Hey everybody, it's Pastor Randy. I wanted to share a little bit about what has happened with the Welcome House Ministry, Temple Baptist Church, our sister congregations as well that have the same kind of ministries. And I actually jotted down 3 questions to help guide how I wanted to share that. The first question is, what all has happened? As you know, when the administration came into office, they first halted all refugees from coming into the country for a 90-day period. And that just meant the refugees were going to come in as they evaluated the programs. That then transitioned into a funding freeze for all the resettlement agencies and ministries that deal with refugees. That then resulted in a complete cancellation of all the contracts for the year 2025 for all refugee resettlement agencies. So what does that mean? I mean, that means what it looks like in 2025, there will not be any more refugees coming into the country being served by refugee resettlement agencies that we at Temple Baptist Church and other congregations with Welcome Houses partner with. I hope they change their mind on that. I hope as we go into 2025 that maybe the doors will be open, new refugees will come in, our refugee resettlement agency partners will be back up to speed, and we'll be back partnering with them in housing temporarily refugees like we have done through the Welcome House Ministry. But I don't know how that's going to unfold. So that's kind of where we are now. And so the second question I jotted down is, where does that leave us in this present moment? In this present moment, it leaves our Welcome House empty. And also many of the Welcome Houses in Raleigh, Durham, Wilmington, Winston-Salem, Greensboro don't have guests in them right now. And so we're all beginning to think about, well, what do we do? It doesn't mean that we close up. It doesn't mean that we fold up the ministry. One of the things we are actively doing with the Welcome House ministry team here at Temple is asking questions about all the families that have moved through our Welcome House and how we might reconnect with them and help them in any way that we can. Dolores Stimson, of course, has done a great job remaining connected with many of them, as well as many members of our team. And we want to serve them in any way that we can, assist, strengthen, and just walk alongside them. We want to gather them together again, and we plan to do that sometime this spring and listen to their needs and their concerns and ways that we can serve them. And that's not only here at Temple Baptist Church. That's happening in Hillsboro, Hope Valley Baptist Church in Durham. That's happening with Mark and Kim Wyatt over Welcome House Raleigh, and other places across the state are asking the same question. What do we do now? How can we continue to serve our neighbors, vulnerable populations, even with our houses now? And so the third question that I wrote down was, how do we adapt? How do we pivot? And all the houses, all the ministries are asking that question as well, not just us. How do we make adaptations in light of the new situation? I will share with you one of the things that we are looking at is partnering with Mount Carmel Baptist Church in Chapel Hill. They have housed a family for several years, but the house that they're in is facing serious problems. And so we're looking at maybe moving that family from their house to ours this coming summer. We don't know all the answers to those questions. We're working out in conversation with Mount Carmel if that might be possible. But that's one way we're looking at adapting and pivoting and offering a more longer-term housing for this family. Hope Valley Baptist Church is pivoting by partnering with World Relief Durham in new ways. First Baptist Hillsboro is keeping the family they have in longer ways. Welcome House Raleigh is also pivoting as well. All across the state, this is happening with all the Welcome Houses and the churches that have the houses or churches that support them. Because again, it's not a call to stop or just fold up the ministry. It's a call to pivot for us to figure out what can we do. And I've even begun to ask, what other vulnerable populations around us need housing? We know housing is such a struggle in Durham and in the Triangle. Not just refugee populations, but are there others that are struggling with housing? And what could we do? So we're trying to pay attention to those opportunities, those questions that are before us. And I don't think I have all the answers, so I'd love to hear your creative ideas. If you've got ideas and ways that we can use that Welcome House. I'm so thrilled that the Temple home is continuing to be served by our partnership with Duke University and the transplant patients. I'm thankful for that. So we look forward to the creative opportunities, the adaptations, and the pivots that we'll make. And I still have hope that we'll begin to see refugees come back into our nation even before 2025 ends. So pray with us on all this as we continue to find new ways to serve. Thanks. God bless.